In December 1995, following more than 3 years of the bloody Bosnian War, a NATO-led force was deployed to Bosnia and Herzegovina to implement the military aspects of the Dayton Peace Agreement. The conflict saw horrific sexual violence, used as a tactic of war. For the first time, the protection of women and girls from sexual violence became part of the alliance military mission. 3 months before the Dayton Agreement, the United Nations held its 4th World Conference on Women. 189 countries voted unanimously in support of a declaration linking peace to women's rights. Simultaneously, debate was growing in diplomatic and academic circles over whether the true measure of security was the well-being of states, or the well-being of individuals. A new concept of human security, introduced in 1994 by the United Nations Development Programme's report, stimulated this debate. In the following decade, NATO and the militaries of its member states increasingly adopted the human security terminology. However, the concept had been sifted through other policy innovations, such as the human terrain and the responsibility to protect initiative. It has also been influenced by the renewed emphasis on the women, peace and security agenda endorsed in 2000. The co-joining of these various agendas resulted in an interpretation of human security in terms of the alliance's responsibilities in the area of the protection of civilians in armed conflict, including specific measures to protect women and children. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and looming evidence of brutal war crimes committed by the Russian forces, NATO was called on to develop a formula for humanitarian intervention, if necessary protected by its force. Although, the alliance intervened militarily in Libya, an intervention that was explicitly framed under the responsibility to protect, it has made a concerted effort to stay out of Ukraine, and not become party to the conflict. Nevertheless, a new strategic concept adopted in June 2022 not only reflects new realities in the European security environment, it also prioritizes human security, and women, peace, and security, in a formal way, for the first time in NATO history. It calls for incorporating gender and human security perspectives across NATO's core tasks. The implementation of these agendas has proven challenging for an alliance that has generally been reluctant to reform its internal structures and approaches to operations. Civil society groups and feminist academics criticize NATO for co-opting and militarizing the women, peace, and security agenda, in the name of operational effectiveness, and for engaging with non-democratic partners. Commitments to human security have also been limited to crisis management operations, and it isn't clear how a new emphasis on human security will reshape NATO's defense and deterrence posture. Much more work remains to be done to ensure human security, and women, peace, and security are implemented within NATO's bureaucracy, and across all 3 of its core tasks.